above, sunshine peeking through. Strong contingent of Texas fans have made the trip. And from here, the Longhorns will set their sights on Oklahoma City, as will Texas Tech. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ashton Maloney, the sophomore third baseman. And she lines it out to left field, a sliding catch. An appropriate way to open up Senior Sunday as Pecan Ariana Villa makes the spectacular play.
At the plate for the Longhorns,
So
10,
Ariana Villa nearing 200 career games in a Red Raider uniform. Has spent her entire college career at Texas Tech and takes away a base hit from Ashton Maloney. Called strike into Mia Scott. Texas launched 6 home runs yesterday. 23 runs on 20 hits. As Scott drills it to center field, and the catch made. That's Demi Elder out on the warning track. Some good contact early off the bat of these Texas hitters, but a couple of outs recorded to open things up for the senior Maddie Wright. You just wonder how many runs these Texas bats have left in them. 13 on Friday, 23 yesterday. They've won their last 4 games in run rule fashion, and 15 straight wins now for Texas. Sitting at 44-6 on the year, 22-4 in the conference. Vivi Martinez has had a big series. Got the batting average up to 349. The sophomore shortstop sends this one foul the other way and falls behind 0-2. Martinez now 13 doubles, 2 home runs, 31 batted in. Maddie Wright trying to make sure Reese Atwood doesn't step into the batter's box until the second. Wright held Texas out of the run column in the first inning on Friday night, and then the Red Raiders responded with 2 runs in the home half. It was a very short-lived lead as Texas would go on to score 3 in the second and the next 13 runs of the game. Routine play for Wyckoff. And a great start for Maddie Wright as she retires the top-ranked Longhorns 1-2-3. Well, Ariana Villa made that great play to open things up defensively in left field and now leads off the home half of the first. Tegan Cavan is in the circle for Texas. The freshman making her 18th start. She was the winning pitcher in the opener of this series on Friday night. Pitched 4 innings, allowed just 1 run. Then a 13-3 Texas win. Here's the 1-1, and Villa takes low and inside. Well, Villa searching for her first hit in this series. It's been a great senior year for the leadoff hitter. 353 batting average, 14 doubles, 7 homers, 19 RBIs. Cuts through the 2-1. Opponent's hitting just a $174 this year against the outstanding freshman Cavan. Uh, 2-2. And that is strike 3 called on the outside corner. A delayed ring up from Kaylee Young behind home plate. But Villa down looking, and an early strikeout for Cavan. She is a strikeout pitcher, 91 punch-outs in 88 2/3 innings this year. And she not often has struggled with her command, only 27 free passes issued. Kaylee Wyckoff takes off the outside. A double in the first inning yesterday for Wyckoff, giving her 11 on the year, 421 batting average, 5 homers, 30 batted in. She is a very tough hitter to strike out. Only 10 strikeouts this year. She's been walked 18 times. That hits the outside edge. Texas with wins in the first 2 games of this series, now 17-4 in true road games this year. This is their final true road game. And they likely won't spend any time on the road in the regionals or super regionals should they make it there. Certainly a team right now that looks like it has the Women's College World Series written all over it. Chance to be the #1 overall seed in the NCAA postseason. Full count here on Wyckoff. 1 down, last of the first. And Kaylee shoots it foul. Texas Tech is hoping to be in a regional. Red Raiders have had a couple of tough days against these Longhorns to open up this series, but RPI sitting around 30 coming in. And D1 softball had them projected as an at-large in their latest projection rankings. Tell you, a win today would go a long way in making that a reality. It would also shock the softball world after the results in the first 2 games. Wyckoff reaches for it, slow roller to good, and there are 2 outs. So Kavan on a strikeout and a ground ball, is taking care of business early. And here's Riley Love, her final game here at Rocky Johnson. Should Texas Tech get back to the postseason this year, Riley Love stands out as a big reason why. One of the top power hitters in the Big 12 with 12 home runs and 44 RBIs. Cuts through the 0-1 pitch. OPS north of 1,200 for Love, the senior. One of the nation's best third basemen at this level this year. Here it comes 0-2. And Love lays off the rise ball. Texas Tech 28-19, 8-15 in the ultra-competitive Big 12. Big 12 getting ready to say goodbye to Texas and Oklahoma after the season. Although Mike White had some interesting comments on it. He doesn't really think with the additions of the conference that they're going to take a huge hit with the departure of Texas and Oklahoma, which is high praise for some of the newcomers. Love takes strike 3 called right down the heart of the plate. And Tegan Kavan takes down Texas Tech. And in West Texas, Reese Atwood leads off for the top-ranked Longhorns in a first pitch swing. Diving stop by Riley Love. And no catch. That will go down as an infield base hit. But now the umpires are going to get together here and discuss if Love had kept that thing off the infield dirt. Tough to tell. Very quick discussion. And Kaylee Young, the home plate umpire, relaying the information to Craig Snyder, the Texas Tech head coach. Atwood is on again a day after she set the single season program record for home runs with 19. Had a pair of them yesterday. Also set the single game Texas record with 9 RBIs in yesterday's 23-0 win. Katie Stewart dumps a base hit to shallow center field. And Stewart, who had a big game yesterday too, has a single in her first at-bat. So Texas, ton of extra base hits everywhere yesterday, but a couple of singles from the big boppers in the batting order.
44, Katie Simmons.
To put 2 on with nobody out for Katie Simmons, who gets her first start of the series. Takes ball one high and tight. Simmons came on late yesterday as a pinch hitter when the game was out of reach. Junior from Humble with a lot of power. 3 home runs this year, 18 in her Texas career. Time has been called.
Now running for the Longhorns, number 4, Adea Wallace.
Adea Wallace has taken the place of Reese Atwood at second base. Well, Wallace picked up her first 2 career hits yesterday. Has been a pinch running extraordinaire for Texas as that's bunted foul. This one's down. Love bare hands and completes the out at first base with Barraza covering. So a successful sacrifice laid down by Simmons. And Texas playing a little small ball today after a lot of long balls yesterday. At second and third with one down for Caden Henry. Henry added a home run yesterday. Takes upstairs. Into right field for a base hit. Wallace scores. And it's 1-0 Texas. Caden Henry drives home the afternoon's first run. And the Longhorns strike first in the series finale. 3 singles in the inning. And here's Leanne Good, who hit her second home run of the season yesterday. She bunts it back to Maddie Wright. A run will score, and it gets away from Wyckoff. Out of play it goes into the Texas dugout. And the runners are awarded the extra bases. Now it's second and third. It is 2-0 Texas. Upon further review, we'll talk to Snyder. And talk to Mike White at the same time. Mike White in his 6th season at Texas, longtime Oregon head coach. Craig Snyder, this is his first head coaching gig. 2nd year at Texas Tech, longtime assistant at Florida State. Also spent some time at Texas A&M. And everything on the field will stand. So nothing changes upon the video review. Second and third, 1 out, 2-0 Texas in the top of the second. Bella Dayton will bat for the first time today. And Dayton trying to squeeze home another run. Slicing into foul territory. A great effort made by Abby Orrick, the shortstop. Just couldn't get there in time. Nothing in 2. If Maddie Wright could ever use a strikeout, it would be right here. Although Dayton has only struck out a dozen times in over 100 at-bats this season. Very tough hitter to put away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 hits and an error in the inning have led to the first 2 runs of the game for Texas. Two and two. Henry at third base. Good at second. There's a 2-2. And Dayton off of Matty Wright. Another run comes in. It's 3-0. So right back to the circle, but hit very hard and tough for Matty Wright to stop. RBI infield hit for Bella Dayton. And it's a crooked number second for Texas again in this series. Back to the top of the order, Ashton Maloney was robbed of a hit on a great sliding play made by Ariana Villa in left field, leading off the game. It's rolled foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rolled to second. Barraza quick flip to short for 1, and no chance to get the speedy Maloney at first. And it's 4-0 on the RBI fielder's choice.
At plate number 10, Mia Scott.
Now 4-0 Texas. All 4 runs here in the second as Mia Scott bats. She flew out to center field her first time up. One ball, 1 strike. That is blooped into left field for a base hit. The inning continues on the 2-out single off the bat of Mia Scott. And it's the 5th hit of the frame for Texas after they were retired in order in the first.
Plays the Longhorns, number 23, Vivi Martinez.
2 on, 2 out, Vivi Martinez after a ground out her first time last inning. Hit hard, base hit center field. Maloney will be sent as the throw's cut off. 5-0 Texas. Texas, with the 5 runs in this inning, have now scored 402 runs on the season. It is the first Texas team in program history to score more than 400 runs in a single season. And you can't help but feel like this team has plenty more games left on the schedule the way they've been playing much of the year. Had a stretch early in conference play where they lost 2 of 3 to Oklahoma State, then lost the series opening game against Oklahoma. That was a stretch with 3 losses in 4 games. They have followed that up with 15 straight victories. And many of them have looked like this, and the others they've brought to the table this weekend in West Texas. Just absolutely dominant. 1 ball, 1 strike on Reese Atwood, who got this inning started with a single. Atwood 10 RBIs in the series to bring her up to 80 on the year. Broke that single season RBI record last weekend at home against Iowa State. Broke the home run record yesterday. As she sends a bouncer to third through the wickets of Love. Into left field. Another run comes in. It's 6-0. She will not get credit for an RBI there on what should have been the final out of the inning. But, well, you put the ball in play. You put some pressure on the defense.
At the plate for the Longhorns, number 20, Katie Stewart.
Inning continues. Texas has batted around and then some. Katie Stewart had a single earlier in this frame and takes ball one. A couple of errors have not helped the cause for the Red Raiders. That last run coming across unearned, and anything else that comes across in this second will be unearned. Ball three. And on 3-0, Stewart with the green light sends that one into the dugout. Texas fans holding their breath as the Longhorns trying to figure out where that wound up. Everybody appears to be okay in that visitors' dugout. Stewart pops it up. Middle of the infield, and it drops. Oh, no. The third error of the inning. You thought that would finally put an end to the frame.
At the plate, number 44, Katie Simmons.
Seven 0 Texas. And ball one to Simmons. That is lined to right field, caught. Logan Holloman out there makes the play.
Longhorns after the second, 7 runs,
And
6 hits, 2 errors.
finally.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Red Raiders, number 2, Demi Elder.
After 7 runs in the top of the frame, Tegan Cavan now pitches with the lead for the first time today as she delivers ball one to Demi Elder. And the Tech cleanup hitter followed by Abby Orick and Carson Armijo in the Red Raider half of the second. Texas Tech was shut out yesterday by Lali Gutierrez, the sophomore, and did not have a base runner in the first inning today. Elder skies it into the left field corner, and it's dropped. Bella Dayton can't squeeze it. It's the first strike on Demi Elder. So Elder has to be feeling fortunate to be in the batter's box still. With a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And gets brushed back on the 2-1. Red Raiders will take base runners any way they can get them. It has not been easy sledding against Texas pitching. 3 runs in the 5 innings on Friday, but nothing yesterday. And there's strike 2 to Elder. Full count pitch. Strike 3 looking on the outside corner. Well, 3 of the first 4 hitters today have had that fate against Tegan Cavan. Her third punch out as she gets Elder looking to open the bottom of the second.
Red Raiders, number 11, Abby Orrick.
Abby Orrick with the first pitch swing. Slow bouncer to third. Scott has it and throws her out. Nice play made by Mia Scott, because if that ball gets to Vivi Martinez at short, with how well Abby Orrick runs, probably a much closer play at first base. But with Scott drifting to her left, reaching down and fielding that one, able to get Orrick by a couple of steps. So 2 down. Here's the DP, Carson Armijo, the senior from Plano. Her final game here in Lubbock. Her 3rd season at Tech after a freshman year at UCLA. And a couple hits, drew 3 walks last weekend in the Red Raiders series at Houston. Houston has handed Texas one of its 4 Big 12 defeats. A 12-10 win for the Cougars way back in the opening games of the conference season. The other 3 Big 12 losses have come against the Oklahoma programs for Texas. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's strike 3 swinging. 4 strikeouts in 2 perfect innings for Tegan Cavan. And Texas takes a 7-0 lead to the 3rd.
Longhorns, number 21, Caden Henry.
Nice ovation for Caden Henry as she steps in to lead off the Texas half of the 3rd. Henry had an RBI single, came around to score one of the 7 runs for the Longhorns in the top of the 2nd. Maddie Wright is now at 41 pitches. 5 of the 7 runs were charged to Wright. Texas Tech committed 3 errors in the top of the 2nd, which led to a couple of unearned runs coming across. That's called a strike. It's 1-2. That is bounced to the right side, handled by Barraza, and the quick flip in time. Much better start to the 3rd for Texas Tech. Maddie Wright retired the side in order in the 1st, but 6 singles and those 3 errors led to the 7 runs for Texas in the 2nd. Always important to get that first out. Leanne Good takes ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. And a good off-speed pitch. There comes 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's hit the other way, sending Holloman back. 2 outs. So 2 outs. Maddie Wright looking for her second 1-2-3 inning of the day.
At the plate for the Longhorns, number 6, Bella Dayton.
There's Bella Dayton, who singled home a run last inning. First pitch swing into right center field. Sliding catch. Demi Elder holds on. Terrific play made by the junior center.
Number 56, Alana Barraza.
First pitch swing and a foul ball off the bat of the senior Alana Barraza. 50-year player for Texas Tech out of Diamond Bar in Southern California. She'll be followed by Kennedy Kreitz and Logan Holloman against Tegan Cavan in the third. Barraza in the air, left center field, goodbye. Her 14th career home run in her final game at Rocky Johnson Field, and the Red Raiders break through in the third. So Cavan left it up, and Barraza hammers it out to slice into that Texas lead.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 8, Kennedy.
Red Raiders' first run since the 5th inning on Friday night. And Texas Tech's first home run of the series. Knee-high strike to the catcher, Kreitz. Another senior from Hazlitt. Vivi Martinez scoops it up for the first out.
At the plate for the Red Raiders, number 7, Logan Holloman.
One away for the freshman Logan Holloman. Logan Holloman, a big piece for Texas Tech's future as they try and build up this program under Craig Snyder moving forward. It's a big recruit for Craig and the staff to get. An All-American player at Flower Mound High School. Enjoying a nice first season at this level, .342 batting average. All 26 of her hits have been singles. Back to Cavan, 2 outs.
Plate for the Red Raiders, 0-0.
2 down, back to the top of the order. Ariana Villa struck out looking her only time. Off the outside for ball 2. Three balls, no strikes with Kaylee Wyckoff on deck. Via with the green light. And a good rip at that one. Straight back into the netting behind home plate. And there's ball 4. First free pass issued by Kavan. And a 2-out base runner for Tech. Will give way to the freshman All-American from a season ago, Kaylee Wyckoff.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number
Wyckoff
13,
grounded out
Kaylee
her only
Wyckoff.
time in the first inning of this game. And we'll try and keep the line moving, trailing by 6 runs in the third. Time called Atwood out to chat with the freshman starter. And he gave up a home run to Alana Barraza to start this inning and just issued her first walk. Outside corner. She hit her spot there. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Wyckoff lays off. Wyckoff, a very tough customer to strike out. Only 10 times in 122 at-bats this year. Puts it in play more times than not. Trying to put a little pressure on the Texas defense with the base runner and 2 down in the third. As she bounces one towards the middle, it sneaks through. A base hit for Wyckoff. So Wyckoff keeps the inning alive, and ball 1 inside to Riley Love, who struck out looking back in the first. Chases that one. Nice block from Atwood, the catcher. 2 balls and 1 strike. Via at second, she walked. Wyckoff at first. The second hit of the inning. And there's ball 3. Demi Elder, the cleanup hitter, waits on deck. Inside, ball 4. A very patient plate appearance from Riley Love. And the Red Raiders have loaded the bases with 2 outs for Demi Elder. So second time through the order, the top third reaches
For the Red Raiders, number
against
2,
Tegan Caban.
Demi Elder.
And here's Elder, who struck out looking her only time. Was able to work a 3 ball, 1 strike count last inning before Cavan came back to punch her out. All of a sudden, the command hasn't been as crisp for the freshman. A 2-ball, no strike count on Elder. Hit the other way, hit well, deep left field, off the wall. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. They all score on a bases clearing extra base hit for Demi Elder. And the Red Raiders are back in it. A 3-run double. Demi Elder with 1 swing gives the Red Raiders some life in the bottom of the 3rd against number 1 Texas. Their 11th double, RBIs 22, 23, and 24. And the cleanup hitter cleans up the bases.
The Red Raiders, number 11, Abby Orrick.
Bulk of this damage with 2 outs in the frame. 4 straight have reached with 2 down. And Abby Orrick will try and keep it going. Two balls, no strikes on the Red Raiders shortstop. Orrick in the air, got it off the end of the bat, and Dayton squeezes. Not before the Red Raiders get back. Texas Tech in the series finale, they string together their biggest inning with the bats. 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. And it's not a blowout anymore. 7-4 Texas. Longhorns scored all 7 of their runs in the 2nd. Matty Wright has been able to retire the side in order twice in the 1st and the 3rd, and faces the top 3rd of the Texas batting order here in the 4th. Misses with ball 2 just outside to Ashton Maloney. Maloney lined out in the 1st, brought home a run on the fielder's choice in the 2nd. It's low and inside for ball 3. Outside corner. Hit the other way. Full count. Mia Scott, Vivi Martinez after Maloney in the 4th. Another full count pitch from Matty Wright. And Maloney the other way as it slices into foul territory. Still a full count here. And that's under the glove of Orrick. A lengthy at bat, and Maloney wins the battle. Leads off the fourth with a single. 7th hit for Texas. All 7 have been singles. And then Maloney aboard
At the plate for the Longhorns,
for
number
Mia
10,
Scott.
Mia Scott.
Scott 1 for 2, singled and scored a run in the second. Oh, and 2. And is left up as Love stops it to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. A nice play made by Riley Love to get the lead runner. And as they cut down Maloney on the Scott fielder's choice. 1 on with 1 out. And Vivi Martinez batting for a third time. Martinez in 2 trips today has gone 1 for 2. An RBI single her last time in the second. She takes high and outside. One ball, 2 strikes. The dangerous Reese Atwood on deck. Oh, she left it up, and Martinez bangs it to deep right field. Goodbye. A 2-run homer. And Texas stretches the lead back out to 5 runs. It's 9-4.
Wood.
Here's Reese Atwood, who hit 2 home runs yesterday. Pair of 3-run shots. Had 9 RBIs to set the single game program record. Texas with the 23 runs, tying the most runs they've ever scored in a single game, a feat they accomplished more than a decade ago against Cal State Fullerton. It was also a 23-0 win, so they matched their largest margin of victory yesterday too. In tight for ball 3. And it's 3-0 on Atwood. A 2-run homer moments ago off the bat of Vivi Martinez, the first extra base hit of the game for Texas. First 7 hits today were all singles. That is crushed. If it's fair, it's gone. And it's number 20 for Reese Atwood. Texas goes back-to-back in the 4th. The the home run queen in a single season in Longhorn softball history, adds another. And after Texas Tech struck for 4 in the third, Texas has responded with a 3 spot in the fourth.
Batting for Longhorns, number 20, Katie Stewart.
Reese Atwood having a magical weekend in West Texas. And there's Stewart, who singled and reached on an error. She was on base twice last inning, rather in the second. There's a knee-high strike. Two and one on Stewart. And that's just outside for ball 3. Maddie Wright was hoping it would be a called second strike. Taking her time in between pitches. Full count on Stewie, as they call her in Austin. Drifting out of play. Pair of home runs. Texas has gone back-to-back to reach 10 in the top of the fourth. It is popped up. Maddie Wright catches this one. 2 outs. For a third time today. Sack bunt in the second. She flew out later in that inning, so officially 0 for 1. High and outside, 2 and 1 on Simmons. And the DP for Texas this afternoon. And that bounces up there for ball 3. Caden Henry on deck. Full count. Maddie Wright over 80 pitches now. Logged over 100 in just 3 innings of work on Friday night. So she's been a bit more economical today. Full count pitch hammered foul. in the dirt, ball 4. First walk issued by Maddie Wright.
At the plate for the Longhorns, number 21, Caden Henry.
Caden Henry will bat. She will be the 7th hitter to step in against Maddie Wright in what's been a 3-run top of the 4th. Henry pulls back the bunt, takes upstairs. Henry singled home a run in the 2nd and grounded out her last time in the 3rd. Hit hard on a bounce to 2nd. Barraza stops it and throws out Henry to end the frame. Texas goes back-to-back. Martinez and Atwood with home.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Red Raiders, number 12, Maddie Wright.
Well, Maddie Wright, who has pitched the first 4 innings of this game for Texas Tech, has now grabbed a bat and will hit for the first time today. .270 batting average, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 10 RBIs, and 37 at-bats this year. There's strike 3 looking on the inside edge. 5th strikeout for Tegan Cavan as she takes care of her opposite number.
At the plate for the Red Raiders, number 56, Alana Barraza.
Alana Barraza started that 4-run 3rd with a solo home run. And Demi Elder brought home the rest of the runs last inning on a 3-run double. Barraza hits this one well to right center field, but the ballpark will hold it, and Maloney has out number 2.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 8, Kennedy Kreitz.
Ball 1 to Kennedy Kreitz, and now time is called. Kreitz grounded out her only time. Kaylee Young tells the battery that she's okay as Craig Snyder finishes up his conversation with the Red Raider catcher. Off the outside for ball 2. Well, 3-0 here on Kreitz. Logan Holloman would be next. 3-1. That is just low. Ball 4. Third walk issued by Tegan Cavan. And this is how the two-out rally started last inning. 4 straight reach that led to the 3 extra runs for the Red Raiders in the bottom of the third.
At the plate for the Red Raiders, number 7, Logan Holloman.
Logan Holloman hit one back to Cavan and was retired on a ground ball her only time. Time called again. Inside corner, 2-2. Texas Tech 4 runs on 3 hits. And Holloman puts it in play. Scooped up by Martinez just in time to get the speedster for out number 3. So 10-4 Texas after 4 innings. Leanne Good leads off the 5th for the Longhorns. And Maddie Wright has now thrown 88 pitches in her 4 frames. Good, Dayton, and Maloney, 8-9-1. These odd number innings today where Maddie Wright's been at her best. Retired the side in order in the 1st and the 3rd. Even number innings have been kind to Texas. 7 runs in the 2nd, 3 more last inning. And there's ball 3. Only 1 walk issued by Wright so far. She grabbed the bat and hit in the bottom of the 4th, but struck out against Tegan Cavan. Over for a strike. It's 3-1. Just high. Second walk issued by Maddie Wright. Longhorns have a leadoff base runner in the 5th as she asks Kaylee Young for an explanation as to where that missed.
Number 6, Bella Dayton.
Texas is thinking about a pinch runner over at first base for Leanne Good. It was decided that she'll stay in the game. Took a little time to take off the hitting gear over at first base. Also to put on that protective sliding mitt. Dayton pulls it back. Oryx scoops it up. Long throw across. And Dayton beats it. Infield hit. Her second base hit of the day. And so the 8-9 hitters aboard to flip things back to the top for Ashton Maloney. Maloney bunts it foul. Base hit for Maloney her last time. Also knocked in a run back in the 2nd on a fielder's choice. Oh, 0-2. 10 runs, 10 hits for the Longhorns, who had 23 runs on 20 hits yesterday. 13 runs on Friday. In the air, shallow left field, and right on the line, Ariana Villa catches the first out.
Batting for the Longhorns, number 10, Mia Scott.
Mia Scott takes ball one. A single back in the second, reached on a fielder's choice. Came home on the Vivi Martinez two-run home run last inning. Hitting north of 400 this year with runners on base. Even better with runners in scoring position. This is out towards the gap in left center field. Diving attempt, Villa can't get there. One run is in as Dayton stops at third on the run-scoring base hit off the bat of Mia Scott. She winds up at second with a double. It's a great attempt from Ariana Villa in the left center field gap, trying to get it. Fully extended dive, and it just kicked off of her glove at the last moment. Texas leads 11-4, and they're at second and third for Martinez. First pitch swing, out to left center field, caught by Villa, tagging from third, and coming across Bella Dayton scores. And so that stretches the advantage to 8 runs, as Texas is in that mercy rule territory. They need to hold Texas Tech scoreless in the bottom half of the inning to run rule their way for a 5th straight game. So that's an important run for Texas to get across. Red Raiders will have the top third of their batting order in the bottom half of this frame. In for a strike to Reese Atwood, who launched her 20th home run. A long solo shot last inning. 2 for 3 today. Been on 3 times, reached on an error in the second. Atwood, there it goes. Another one. Number 21 is a 2-run shot. And it's 14-4 Texas. And now Texas Tech will need 3 runs in the bottom of the frame to extend this game to a 6th inning. Different type of sound when it comes off the bat of Reese Atwood. One and one on Stewart. Maddie Wright. You can see the frustration growing for her in Kaylee Young's very hitter-friendly strike zone. That's hit hard, and a base hit to left field for Stewart. She has a multi-hit afternoon. 13th hit for Texas.
Batting for the Longhorns, number 44, Katie Simmons.
Simmons to straightaway center field. It's shallow, and Elder, a sliding shoestring grab to end the inning. It almost tripped. Scheduled for Tech here in the home half of the 5th. Via first pitch swinging, and a long foul ball. Via walked and scored in that 4-run third. Only time she's been on base in this series. Popped up middle of the infield, and Martinez squeezes the first out. Texas, the #1 ranked team in the country, and they have looked every bit the part this weekend at Rocky Johnson Field. 2 outs away from a Big 12 outright championship for the first time in 14 years, and Wyckoff is hit by a pitch. The 3rd time this year she's been plunked. Wyckoff needing some time to kind of shake things loose. 12th time that Cavan has hit a batter this year. And Wyckoff will be lifted here.
Now running for the Red Raiders, number 22,
J.C. Hamlin, a senior, in her final game at Rocky Johnson Field, will appear as a pinch runner with 1 out in the 5th.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 5, Riley Love.
Riley Love, perhaps one final time at Rocky Johnson. Love walked back in the 3rd, struck out her first time. Sends a ground ball to Martinez. They flip it to second for 1. Relay to first in time. A double play. And the Texas Longhorns are champions of the Big 12. And now Texas Tech will need 3 runs in the bottom of the frame to extend this game to a 6th inning. Different type of sound when it comes off the bat of Reese Atwood. One and one on Stewart. Maddie Wright, you can see the frustration growing for her in Kaylee Young's very hitter-friendly strike zone. That's hit hard, and a base hit to left field for Stewart. She has a multi-hit afternoon. 13th hit for Texas.
Batting for the Longhorns, number 44, Katie Simmons.
Simmons to straightaway center field. It's shallow, and Elder, a sliding shoestring grab to end the inning. It almost tricked